Check. Do you need me to check? Check.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Welcome, everybody, to the HUNKS Podcast.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, very excited to be recording a very special episode in the lobby of the Fairmont Hotel.
Yeah.
Hear the
Directly
music?
under a speaker.
Hear the music?
Hopefully you get that soft jazz in the background that we do not have the rights to.
Secret podcast.
We were doing an unauthorized podcast in the lobby of the hotel where I guess we're like the bad boys of podcasting.
Bad boys of podcast.
I see that. I see that.
This is during the Winnipeg Comedy Festival.
That's right.
Where all the comics are staying here in the Fairmont, except
Yep.
for us scumbag locals.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like,
And-
you have an apartment.
But I want
your
little
own-
soaps. And we have a special guest.
Yes, it's a very different episode today because today we for the HUNKS group we normally have Quinn Green and Dana Smith with us, but they cannot be here at this moment. But we are blessed with a very special guest, Jackie Kashian.
Yeah, that's yay.
Yay.
So you have two other guest hosts.
Oh,
usually?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who gets to? Do you just go this week? I won't. I shared last week. I won't. I won't. I'll just pass this week.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
that's
first
right.
like 20 episodes were just like white noise.
We try to figure out how to be in a because comics, of course, we're all just so rampant. Like, no, me. I'm
Yeah.
going to tell this great story.
Yeah, it's true.
I did a panel a couple of weeks ago with three people who I realized in like 10 minutes into the panel, they were all improv people.
Oh,
And so I took my microphone and put it in my lap because they all knew how to give and take. And, like someone would start and the other two would shut up. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, I can be taught simple tasks.
neat approach.
I'm willing to raise my hand.
Our other two members are, I think this is weird, maybe worth mentioning. I have red hair. Our other two members who aren't here have red hair. They're not here, but you have red hair. So,
Yeah.
Well, I used to have really red hair, and then it kind of was like kind of brownish red.
yeah.
And then professionals got involved, and they're like,
Oh yeah.
we're going to make it my previous hairdresser was like, I like blonde. And so I had a lot of blonde highlights for years.
Yeah.
And my new hairdresser's like, red. And I said, I was born slightly. Because the whole thing about being redheaded is, and naturally so, that it's a thing. Like it's
Yeah.
so I don't want to
Right.
I don't want to co-opt your identity, man.
Right.
That's what's happening. I'm also not black. Or I don't have any of the letters of the LBGQ
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
walking around middle-aged white lady. I'm so sorry. And,
Apology accepted. That's all I wanted. I think we can wrap up here now. We got my apology from Jackie Kashian. It's fine.
right, you have been validated.
We got what we came for.
Yeah. It was all a ruse. We're the police.
I think that'll hold up in court. We got it on tape, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah, so you're in town for the Winnipeg Comedy Festival.
yeah, for the big comedy festival.
Yeah, and
I was just here for the tiny comedy festival.
yeah, that's
I was
right.
for the Odd Block
yeah.
with the John Duffy.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was a taco shop and a pizza
Oh, yeah.
place
Yeah.
and a dilapidated theater.
Yeah.
was
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
It was,
and
was
the
really
bowling alley. Remember the bowling,
the bowling alley. I did open. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Here's what I love: a comedy festival that has an open mic.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what if I need another set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough sets.
No.
Sometimes
Yeah,
to go
exactly.
around.
You
Like,
just want to knock
yeah.
some dust off something.
if there's
or-
hundreds of comics, you're like, yeah, I want to hang out with other comics, but I also would like to do one
Totally.
more set.
Yeah.
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 That's one of the things. Like I don't know. I love the Winnipeg Comedy Festival, and I don't mean to like go down to the
Oh,
lobby.
God.
Oh my gosh.
About the, like,
Never be booked.
competing comedy
Again.
festival, but but it is. What's one of the fucking really fun things about that is watching like comedians like yourself. Like go up with a notebook and just like try out some
Oh,
jokes,
right.
or
You should have seen me in Rumors the other night.
oh yeah,
No, Rumors was great. Here's the thing. comedy festivals are so different, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
didn't know that there was just going to be a regular club in the middle of this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I show up and there's 160, 200 people who are just in a weird mall.
Yeah.
Which is the definition of a regular comedy club, by the way. And,
Yeah, to meet all the requirements.
success. And it's a beautiful room, and it
Yeah.
looks like it's doing everything right.
Yeah.
And I got up and I was like, oh, these are just normal. And I've been thinking about this set for 2 days, and I've had 4 other sets in between. But you ever do like a long set or any set where you're genuinely like a second and your timing is off
Yes.
by like a heartbeat and a half?
For
You're
sure.
like just getting angrier.
Yeah.
And angrier
Yeah.
while you try to catch up or try to slow down.
Yeah,
And catch
yeah.
up. So
Yeah.
you're like, I'm going to kill myself and all of us.
Yeah.
And take you with me, you bastards. Because it wasn't their fault. And,
Yeah.
But they had just watched Nikki Payne, and we both did good.
Yes.
But quite honestly, I'm used to being carried off stage.
Yeah.
Standing ovation.
Jackie.
So I'm used to doing slightly better than good.
Yeah.
And Nikki Payne, I had never seen, and she only did 15.
Yeah.
But I lost my mind. I was like,
yeah.
what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And I had met her before, but I'd never seen her sets.
Yeah.
And, so this was, and they were, they had a good time, but they also did not carry Nikki Payne off the stage. And I'm like,
Right, yeah.
what's with you people?
Right,
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then I decided to go political, and nobody wanted to hear that.
No.
Everybody's hiding
Yeah.
from politics
Yeah.
in the middle of a strip mall comedy club.
Yeah.
That's why you come there.
Yeah.
We come here to escape politics,
Exactly.
Jackie.
I know it.
I
And
didn't come to the comedy club beside an animal hospital.
that save-on looked real nice, though. That save mark.
It's
Yeah.
beneath an animal hospital.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, my God.
Which is that's like a double-decker outhouse. That's not where you want to be vis-a-vis an animal hospital.
I never realized that there's an animal hospital above the
Comedy is beneath.
sick animals.
Somebody's beneath us. That's amazing.
I've always suspected.
That is the big difference between the two festivals, and that's kind of what I like about the two festivals that we have in this city is that we have Odd Block, which is far more intimate and like
It's Ute. It's like it's
Yeah.
all comedy nerds.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
22-year-old comedy nerds
Yeah.
who know
Right.
where the taco shop
Right.
is. They're like, oh, it's a nickel for a taco here. I have to come here and eat.
right.
And
Yeah.
there's comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
And then
perfect.
there's this,
And
which
there's
is has like television galas and,
Yeah,
and large
yeah.
theater shows and club shows and stuff.
Amanda
so-
Brooke Perrin did her gala last
Yeah.
night, and she walked out on stage and went, "Oh my God, it's like something like 800 of my dad are here." And, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it does skew a little older, doesn't it?
It does,
And,
yeah,
so
Yeah, and the
got
audience
the
that is
CBC
coming out to the
element.
different.
venues are a little bit older and a little
Yeah.
more. Yeah, I think
Totally.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's this must be much more expensive just because of the different venues. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Again, I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy to be. Just
Yeah.
looking for work, you guys. And the rumors thing, I would love to come. I hope the guy liked me. Is what you know how
Yeah.
you're just like, well, I hope the manager.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what I could talk to him about what happened. No, stop talking. Stop talking.
Yeah. If I just get a few words in.
There was a thing that happened.
Yeah. As soon as
moving.
you walk off stage, if I could explain myself. Yeah.
You'd think like a million years later, I've done so much stand-up comedy that I'd know better than to even mention any issues at all that I
Yeah.
had inside
Yeah.
the committee meeting
Yeah.
in my brain. But nope. I thought I'd read the minutes
Yeah.
aloud.
The more I do stand up, though, the more I realize that kind of never goes away.
It does.
Like-
Not for
Yeah.
not for me.
Well, not for me
It's,
either. Yeah.
And sometimes I can not. Sometimes I'm smart enough to zip it
Yeah.
and just keep moving. And other times it literally is driving me nuts, and
Mhm.
so I have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do this podcast now with Laurie Kilmartin.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is just a giant pile of navel gazing about stand-up comedy.
Yeah. It's
So
great.
it's like an animal has been let loose. I'm like, no, for 20 years I never mentioned it, and now for
Yeah.
a year I get to brit it.
Yeah.
About, some guy emailed me, said, I bought your new album. It's really great, but from the Jackie and Laurie show, I thought you were like, well, I don't know about this joke, and I was like, Yeah, I don't approve of you listening to the podcast.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just a fan. Just
Yeah.
buy the album.
Yeah.
I'm
This
complaining
isn't
to another
for you.
comic.
Right,
It's,
yeah.
she knows better that this doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's not gonna
I'm a
hold you.
genius. To you. There's
Pull the curtain back.
exactly. Pull the curtain back. Dice cast.
Yeah. Go back to pulling wires and levers.
Exactly.
As far as you're concerned.
Right.
Yeah.
The Great Oz.
That was a great album, by the way.
The hero?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
not
Thanks,
the hero
man.
of the story. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fucking fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
and I don't want to like get you to do a joke, but go ahead and do it.
But go ahead. If you could do 52 minutes
Yeah.
at this point,
Yeah, if you
it'd
could
be great.
recap.
The podcast. Recap the.
So you walk out on stage.
I've got my notebook.
Yeah. The Irish goodbye joke is like one of those jokes that I'm never gonna forget.
Well, yeah, my father was so funny about that joke because
Yeah.
I sent him the album,
Yeah.
and my father is such a hilarious button pusher. Sometimes,
yeah,
he's like he asked for the album.
yeah.
He's like he always wants the album because
Okay.
he knows that there's 20 minutes about him on it,
Yeah.
so he wants me to hear what I'm saying about him.
And you
'cause he
send him
won't
like the
come
physical
live.
copy.
What?
You send him like the physical copy.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the
Not the
internet. Or
download,
he's,
yeah.
he was born 100 million years old. And so I sent him the CD once I got him, and I call him back, or he calls me. He's like, I got the album. Dead silence. And I go, okay, did you listen to it? And he goes, twice, but I'm not done with my notes yet. I was like, well, you're hilarious. He said, there's a couple of historical discrepancies. And those are the first two things. And I said, the grandma thing about the genocide? He goes, what? So, no, he doesn't care that I'm talking about his mother and the genocide. And he's like, no, the stuff about me. And he was like, first of all, your mother wasn't 33 when she died. She was 31. She was 30 because I was 31. And I was like,
Yeah, but
no, she was 26 on my birth certificate. She died when I was 7. I'm not great at math, but that's pretty rudimentary. And he goes, oh, fine, I don't care. And I was like, you don't have to. That's a fact. I'm not. This isn't an opinion poll.
Agree to disagree.
Like, and the other thing was he insisted that he told my stepmother that he was like, I told Nancy I had 6 kids, just so you know. And I was like, yeah, that's what she told me you said to her. You never told her when you were dating that you had 6 kids. It was like, I told her. She knew. And I was like, yeah, because people forget when they're dating someone with 6 children. When their wives die and then they have to deal with 6 children. Crazy. So,
surprise.
surprise. And then she married him like a crazy person.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thank God she was very
Yeah,
helpful in
yeah.
my upbringing.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice. Good work.
But the first time that I heard that Irish goodbye joke
Yeah.
was at the bowling alley at the open mic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it just set the room on fire. Everyone was
Right, it was the bowling alleys where it belonged. I'll tell you,
Right.
Rumors. I was so mad. I did it at Rumors the other night.
Yeah.
and they just stared at me, just horror.
See?
Like I was like, it hurts, doesn't it?
it's a perfect
When-
dark joke.
It's a perfect.
yeah.
The Irish. My mother
Yeah.
was Irish,
Mhm.
and you're familiar with the Irish goodbyes when
Yes.
your mom kills herself in a drunk driving accident, and you're 7.
Yeah.
And
so dark.
and she was 33 when she died. The age of Christ. Coincidence? Yes. Because she wasn't great. I picture her in heaven with a cigarette and a beer going, look, you didn't need me. It all worked out. Space work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent.
But my father's never said a mean word about my mother because my family genuinely lives by that. If you can't say something nice, say nothing. So when she
Yeah.
died, nobody mentioned her forever.
Yeah.
Until I literally just started pulling teeth with my because I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
I said to my brothers, who was she? What happened?
Yeah.
How tall was she? What
Yeah.
did she look like?
Yeah.
Was she a disaster the whole time? I knew her as a disaster.
Right.
My
Yeah.
oldest brother's like, no, she really tried. She was trying to be June Cleaver, and she, cooked, and Dad had come home with a giant bag of money and leave it on the table and run.
Yeah.
And, he was very nice, but very much like an old school dad where he's like, no, I made all this money so that I could go away. And you would raise them.
Yeah. Is your dad also Irish?
No, he's Armenian.
Armenian. And your mom was Irish?
Yeah, she was Irish.
Yeah.
And so I just did that 23andMe thing with the chromosomes, and you spit into a tube and send it off.
Oh wow!
And you find out your but it's literally I think it was $200, and a DNA test that's $200 is worth $200. By the way, it's not a great. It's not. We're not talking about bones.
Yeah,
it's not like an NCIS. So I got like this weird. Well, you're like 25% Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, another 19%, and then another. It was something like 24% Irish, and then another. The rest of it all just white, Northern European. And my husband. Literally 99% white.
Whoa.
Like the white.
Wow.
And the other was that weird thing that everybody's like 1% Jewish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he's that.
Oh, cool.
And then, but I was devastated because they don't mention Turkey or Armenia at all.
Yeah.
And you have, like, you're raised with this weird,
sense of
the sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Because it's we're all a bunch of mongrels.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I have some sort of answer.
Yeah.
Well, this is my identity.
Yeah. And he had been told that he was like 5 or 10% Native American because he's from the South, and they're constantly lying about.
Yeah.
They're like, no, my great grandmother was black, and your great great grandmother was Native American, a princess.
Princess. It never had princesses.
Never happened. No, it was, and if it did, I'm certain it was consensual. I'm certain that she owned land. You weirdo.
So the results never came back telling you that you were specifically a descendant of George Washington, like in the commercials.
No, there is a great show on PBS. There were only 4 episodes. Remember Antique Roadshow?
Yeah.
Okay, there's something called Genealogy Roadshow.
Oh, wow.
For real?
For real, and there's only 4 episodes, and they're pretty much. I've talked about it before at other podcasts because it's the greatest. I'm like, more of this.
Yes.
And there's just, they go to different towns and they talk. They do a lot of pre-research, and then they sit them down and go, well, just so you know, your ancestors were black. And you talk to like an old white lady who's like, really interesting. So my grandmother was passing for white that whole time. and you're like, yeah, she was. And here we found the newspaper articles. And, and it's amazing.
Wow.
My favorite one, they were in like Tulsa or Oklahoma City or something like that. And there was a guy that looked like the ZZ Top guy.
Yeah.
And his wife was black, and their 2 children all came and sat around. And he was like, I'm pretty sure my great-grandfather was black. I think he was in World War I. This is the story in the family. And the genealogist happened to be black. And she was like, well, we did a lot of research. Going to tell you, you're not related to that guy. You're super white. And his wife, the look he got from his wife of like, are we done? Are you done hoping you're black now? Because I'm so sorry.
How about thinking about your children?
The whitest guy in the world.
Do they do it in front of people?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man,
What a
that's
bizarre
so
concept.
Do they like
for a
bring them
show.
out and like check their teeth and stuff like that?
No,
Like,
there's none of that.
Like a dog show.
like a dog show. Yeah.
So we jump through that hoop, over that hurdle.
Feel the heat coming off their genitals. It's going.
Is that a thing they do on dog shows?
Yes.
What do they get?
The dogs
Prove that they're real.
Is it a point system?
Yeah. Can you imagine the schooling that you'd have to go to be able to gauge dog genital heat with your hand?
Yeah, that's insane.
They do it with their. It just feels invasive.
Totally. Yeah.
I feel like all those people are faking it. They're like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, totally.
Those aren't nudicles. Those are real.
Can I tell you guys about a couple things that I learned this week?
Yes,
Please do.
So one thing that's I think semi-interesting maybe is the whole like products say made in this country or whatnot.
Yeah.
That originated in the United Kingdom in 1887, and the reason was they wanted people in the United Kingdom to be proud to purchase like items that were manufactured in the United Kingdom.
Right.
Okay.
Same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
pitch.
But
yeah.
but it backfired because the things they made in England at that time generally were poorly constructed and things made in Germany were always really well made. So they looked for the made in Germany and they wouldn't buy if it said made in England. But then
Oh my
it just
God, that's hilarious.
yeah.
It's like pouring Pepsi into old Coke bottles.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I learned, are you familiar with El Jefe?
El Cafe.
El Jefe, the only
Oh.
living wild jaguar in the United States.
I
No.
thought you were referring to the guitarist for NoFX.
Oh yeah, no.
None of that.
Nope.
There's
I
So-
thought it was a drug cartel guy.
So did I.
yeah. It sounds like it, right? But
if
no,
it isn't, it should somebody get on that.
Yeah,
For sure,
That looks-
yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
there's a lot of cartels that listen to this podcast.
Good demographic.
yeah. So guys, thanks for emailing in. And but yeah, there's one remaining, or I don't know what the full story here is. If it escaped from a zoo but there's a wild jaguar living in the United States.
Oh, like one singular. I thought you meant
singular.
one species.
No, one singular wild jaguar.
And he's on the lam.
And he's on the lam, and they have found bear fur in his poop.
So he's out there eating
He's
bears.
out there eating bears.
Wow.
What?
El Jefe
Where is this?
in the States.
And he's lonely?
I think so, yeah.
Somebody...
It's like
There's so the North American jaguar I didn't think there were any left. I thought they were extinct. But
I think there's just one left. Just one more to go.
well, then they are extinct because
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Unless cloning is
Yeah.
quick.
He's the smartest jaguar.
So
We can help.
just really quickly, do you guys want to know what the word of the week is?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the way this segment works, we do like a word of the week from the internet.
That I may not know or nobody
Yeah,
may not know.
yeah.
Nobody
what-
may not.
What's happened time and time again is I find out that I know a lot less words than
You're
most
the only
people.
person who doesn't know the word.
yeah. So let's give this a try.
Cloying.
Cloying?
Cloying.
You don't know the
You
word
don't know what the
cloying?
word cloying?
Okay. That's what I felt.
CLOI.
CLOY.
Y-I-N-G.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I know it, but if I were to guess, it would probably be like hiding yourself away, like cloister.
Nope.
No, it's
No?
like,
Use it in a sentence.
I don't know if I could use it in a sentence, but it's like
I can-
manipulating, right?
It's attaching yourself like a barnacle.
Oh.
It's like
Apparently I don't know the word cloying.
You're like, I found that guy a little cloying.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
I need to step away
Yeah.
from whatever's happening.
Yeah.
So, like an ambulance chasing attorney might be a cloyer.
Yes, except for I don't think that is actually a word. Right.
That's
You're just
pretty
like
good.
it's sort of like when when you're you could be, you know how like when you ask a booker for work, you can be
Yeah.
a little too cloying.
Yeah.
Right.
You
yes.
gotta just it's pinpoint. You just gotta step in. Hey, I do stand up, and then step away.
Right.
If you go, hey, I do stand up. I'm available these dates, and why don't you?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
really like it if you just. No, can I just do some jokes for you right now?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
cloying.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
And it might be a little it might be a little emotional too. I forget if it's maudlin or not.
Yeah.
But
Do you
what's
want me
the
to
definition?
do
Yeah, read
the?
definition.
Okay, so according to my great aunt Merriam-Webster, the definition is disgusting or distasteful by reason of excess.
Okay.
Also, excessively sweet or sentimental could be cloying,
okay,
according
so-
to their definition.
So maybe they're talking about like maybe it came from like food that was just kind of sickly sweet.
Like over.
Right.
Just
like
too.
weird old lady lavender candy.
Yeah,
Where you're
yeah,
like, what's happening?
yeah, yeah.
That's not even candy.
I did not know what that word meant, apparently.
Huh.
Not,
No.
Yeah, I've seen it used
Now that you say it.
in more interpersonal relationships
Yeah.
than
Right.
with food.
Yeah.
That's why I've never heard it. I avoid personal relationships.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we'll be back with some more HUNKS Podcast.
Cool.
hey, Winnipeg, get out there and get coats for your dogs. We just saw one and it was a great one. It was put out by LLB, and it had a little tiny hood for your Chihuahua Pug mix, and it looked like a nice zip up and 4 arms that you just slip onto a dog when it's 32 degrees here in April here in Winnipeg. So that's Fahrenheit. We're talking about 18 Celsius. And so it's 12 degrees. I'm just going to keep going down until I see anybody.
I think it's 4.
4. There you go. It's snowing and we're buried. I may not be good at these fake outs.
That is the perfect fake.
Yeah, that's pretty
There
much
you
what
go.
they all are.
Exactly.
Okay.
It usually ends with, I don't want to do this anymore.
Excellent.
Welcome back to the HUNKS Podcast.
And your sponsor.
Yeah. Okay, so this next part of the podcast is a part called Jackie World.
Jackie what?
Jackie World.
World.
Yes. Are you familiar with the TV show Westworld?
I have. I saw the movie, and
Okay.
I understand. Much like the Cylons,
Yeah.
everybody looks way too real, and it's way too creepy.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
this one's not watching it.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
The original movie creeped me out bad enough.
Yeah. So in the original movie, maybe you remember
Yul
this.
Wasn't it Yul Brynner?
Was he a robot or he was a guy?
He was a robot.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Parts of a pine tree are edible.
So like
Anyway.
Yul Brynner in the original movie, maybe you remember this. You got to know some characters.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to get to know you.
Wow, that is reaching. Do you like Westworld? Yeah. I shouldn't to tell people I really like that show. So you know how there's characters and it's really cool? Let's talk about you now. Okay. Well,
Okay, so
let's
we're
get to know you.
we're gonna give you a bunch of hypothetical situation scenarios, and however you like whatever choice you make or decision you make.
Oh, like a choose my own adventure of my
Yeah.
life?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Hypothetical.
That'll
Okay.
then influence like where the story goes.
But it's important to note there's no consequences in
Right.
this fictional world.
Right. Unless I advocate the murdering of my current administration.
No, still no
Still not?
consequences.
Still no
Nothing.
consequences. Yeah. They can't touch you here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to they did ask me at the border if I was staying.
Oh,
There was a
really?
long
really?
pause. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, I guess I'll go back. Try to affect change from within.
Yeah. Everyone
Anyway.
goes back like Charlie Brown. All right. So the year is 2023. So not too distant future. And you walk into the Los Angeles airport and somebody hands you a suitcase full of money. And they're like, here's a suitcase full of money. Do you take it?
With no instructions?
No
anything?
instructions. And no consequences.
Oh. Sure.
Yeah. Okay,
Sure, I
great.
take it. Why not?
Great. So you take the and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, magic and swirling things and and it turns into to a plane ticket.
Okay.
Because you couldn't have purchased a plane ticket with this suitcase of money. It had to turn into
I
a
could've
plane
used
ticket.
points and kept the money. What happened?
Yeah, sorry.
So it turns into
It turns into a return plane ticket to anywhere in the world, and so where where do you want to go? And keep in mind, this is the year 2023.
keep in mind. I'm gonna go to Peru.
Peru,
Sure.
nice. Okay, right.
Great choice.
Great choice.
You go to Peru. It's a ton of fun.
Ton of fun, good times.
Yeah.
I get to see those roads the Incans built.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. You come back home.
This might be the greatest podcast in the world. Okay. Anyway, yes. Did I have some nice coffee when I was there? Was there some a torta? Did I get a good torta?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you did. It was a great torta. One of the best tortas ever. So you land. You're walking out of the airport, and then there's a blue car, a red car, and a green car. And all three of the cars have people standing out in front of them with, like, your name on a sign. And they're all like...
Green car.
Yeah. Green car?
Go into the green car.
Go with the green car?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get in the green car. Magic swirls.
You're right, there are no consequences.
No consequences.
No? Okay.
Magic swirls. Magic swirls. Magic swirls, magic swirls, magic swirls.
Yep.
And then the green car turns into a green horse.
Horse.
Uh-huh. And the horse is like, I'll take you anywhere in the world.
And I say, I live in the valley.
Yeah.
Can you get over the 405 in one leap?
No problem.
Okay.
So the horse starts. He's a flying horse, so you don't have to worry about traffic.
Right.
Which is nice. So what's the horse's name? And what kind of small talk do you make with a magical horse?
Me and Limerick. My horse Limerick. He's
Nice.
green. And, well, you know, we just talk about Peru. Horse has never been to Peru. Well, it's nice.
I've always wanted to go.
That's the wind flying.
Yeah.
He can fly, but he's never been to Peru. But he wants to go.
He never wanted to go. He never
He
wanted
never
to go
wanted
to
to
Peru.
go.
He's never actually left the greater Los Angeles.
Yeah, he spends most of his time as a car.
He's been trapped in Terminal 5 at LAX for forever.
I think he's
Magically.
just working too much. He's got all these like little
He's got like a
horse
lift
lips.
sticker on his ass.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
I get home.
Oh yeah, the horse lands in front of you. You know, clop, 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 clop.
Right, my tract house from
Yeah.
1951. Yes.
Magic swirls, magic swirls, magic swirls.
The horse turns into a pile of magic squirrels.
Yes. Magic squirrels.
Out into the world. Give everyone magic.
And so the magic squirrels are like, "Oh, yay! We're gonna do whatever you want us to do."
Where in the world do you want to go?
We're going to send those squirrels out to help with the homelessness problem in Los Angeles. Uh-huh.
So they go out, they solve the homeless problem
Excellent.
in Los Angeles. And keep in mind, it's 2023.
2023, so it's much worse.
It's much worse. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Things escalated quickly.
Right.
And and so the squirrels they oh Jesus, they sort out all that homeless problems, and then they come back and they're like, "Hey Jackie, thanks for putting us on that mission. I think it really made a big difference." And
But they're all talking at the same time, so it's like this booming,
Surrounded by squirrels.
echo chamber
by one voice that is the squirrel.
yeah. And so magic swirls, magic swirls.
Oh my God.
It turns into a suitcase with $1 million in it.
Okay.
So keep in mind there's no consequences, as we've established.
Right.
What do you spend the $1 million on?
Well, since they're going to catch me if I do anything,
Yeah.
I just take it. There's a magnet school right by my house. I'm just going to give it to the teachers. I have enough money. I'm good. I'll just drop it off with them. Buy some pencils for the kids. Pay off everybody's lunch bills. Who cares? It's just Van Nuys High School.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Right
Buy
on.
some new basketballs.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want
There
to
we
do.
go. So magic basketballs. All of a sudden, the basketball team from that school becomes the number one basketball team in all of the schools.
And then I'm furious because I didn't actually want them to spend it on basketball. That's the way it is with money.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you give it to someone else, it's no longer yours. So they can do whatever they want with it. They chose to spend it on magic basketballs. I was like, I would have bought laptops for everybody. You went with basketballs. All right.
But they are magic basketballs, so they play like the Harlem Globetrotters now.
Right, and they do provide some joy for everyone who watches them get to play, except for the Washington Nationals, who lose every time.
Oh man, wouldn't it suck to be on the Washington Nationals? Like you get drafted.
Magic swirls. Washington Nationals win.
And everyone starts chanting, Jackie, 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 Jackie. And then they hoist you out on a giant chair, and Yul Brenner's there.
Oh, interesting. There he is.
And he's like, and he's like, Jackie, I have a gift for you. And he opens a tiny box, and what did Yul Brenner give you?
Well, since he goes mad and kills everyone in Westworld,
Uh-huh.
I'm a little frightened of him and his magic box. I don't know, pine cone. He gave me a pine cone.
Oh, okay.
Right on.
He's also Yul Brenner in the 70s had a commercial for grape nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And he said many parts of a pine tree are edible. He was like a vegetarian.
He said it in a commercial?
I don't know if he said it in a commercial or he got the commercial because of the weirdo thing he said. But it was a weird thing. It was a big late night joke in like the 70s. Like Johnny Carson was like, many parts of a pine tree are edible. I remember it. I don't know why it's stuck in my brain.
Because it's the weird thing to say.
Unsolicited, just like out of nowhere. You're like, is it? I actually don't believe it. I don't know what to tell you there. My throat is actually going, so.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, magic pine cone stays with you the rest of your life, and everything works out wonderfully.
Why aren't you the father of 3? There will be. You will have tiny children just hanging on. Tell us about the magic swirls. The magic swirls, Dad.
Not tonight. I'm drinking.
Okay. We'll be back with some more podcasts.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, Winnipeg, get out there and get coats for your dogs. We just saw one and it was a great one. It was put out by LLB and it had a little tiny hood for your Chihuahua Pug mix, and it looked like a nice zip up and 4 arms that you just slip onto a dog when it's 32 degrees here in April here in Winnipeg. So. That's Fahrenheit. We're talking about 18 Celsius. And so it's 12 degrees. I'm just going to keep going down until I see anybody.
I think it's 4.
4. There you go. It's snowing and we're buried. I may not be good at these things.
All right, welcome everybody back to the HUNKS Podcast.
Yay.
All right, well, this is we were being asked by the hotel to leave, so we're going to move into the wrapping up plug section of the podcast. We have a show this Friday.
We have a show this Friday, April 21st at Wee Johnny's, Skid or Die. So, right? Yes, Skid or Die, sketch show, bunch of cool acts. Come on to it.
Yeah.
All right. Jackie, what do you got?
I'll be in Peoria. Hold your applause. It's where Richard Pryor grew up.
Oh, yeah.
Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Peoria Comedy Club. And
Awesome.
then the following week, I'm opening for Bamford in Maria Bamford in Tucson and Phoenix.
Cool. Oh, sweet.
So go to JackieKashian.com or
Yeah.
FamilyPetAncestry.com, which I bought because it made me laugh. And it just points to Jackie Kashian.
Oh, that's
right
amazing.
on. Yeah, I bought.
And I have a brand new album.
Yes.
Which is out a month, and it's doing good, and I'm proud of it. And
Yeah, it's a great
everyone,
album.
You should buy it. I'm not the hero of
Absolutely.
the story.
Yeah.
We'll post the link to that for sure. It's on
Yeah.
iTunes, I
iTunes,
assume.
Amazon.
iTunes, Amazon, Google Play Music has it as well.
Right. It's also
Yeah.
free on all the playable things, and then
Right.
There's a CDF on my website that
Cool.
if you need a hard copy of a CD.
Yeah.
And if you're international and for some reason can't do Amazon or iTunes, I bought these weird download cards.
Oh yeah.
I can email you a picture of a download card, and you can PayPal or Venmo me $10, and if there's some, like, if you hate, I had like 3 people who are like, I hate iTunes, I hate Amazon. And I'm like,
Okay.
well, this is called dropcards.com
Yeah.
/ Jackie Hero or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So, whatever. You can have it.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
figure out a way to get some money from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah. And then, of course, you have 2 amazing podcasts.
Right, I have
as
the
well.
Dork Forest,
Yeah.
where I talk to people about whatever they love a lot. The Dork Forest,
Yeah.
11 years and counting.
That's
so
awesome.
Making
Wow,
a
that's
fortune
Yeah.
every week on that thing.
Isn't it great? Podcasts are so lucrative.
It's just so great. I get someone hands me $1 million in a suitcase, and
Magic Swirls, $2 million.
so
Yeah.
and the other one's with Laurie Kilmartin, where we just bitch about stand up.
Yeah.
And just know it's navel gazing.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
We got a lot of comedy nerds that listen to this podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think that's just about it.
That's
me.
it.
That's
So we normally end on a song. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, weirdly enough, my throat just went to town.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
what happened.
We're gonna put a pin in it.
So, how does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman? Little Hamilton, you
Perfect.
guys.
Perfect.
Yes.
Anyway, be nice to each other out there. Figure it out.
Thank you so much,
Thanks, Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie.